Hello everyone and welcome to another career in U-Boat. In the unstable beta version, there have been a lot of fixes, a lot of releases in the last week, and I think it's time to begin. At least I don't know how long it's going to be this career, but we should have one going. And I don't know how long it's going to be because I don't know if when release happens, the save games are going to be compatible or not. If they are not, well, probably we'll have to start another one. But for the time being, we are going to go with U2, or rather U4, not U2, with or without you. Whatever. U4 war begins in the 1st of September 1939, which is great because it's when the war began, not before. If you have seen my U31 career, you know what happened with me with a submarine before the war began. Arrow rate, well, we are going to get going. Hardcore, expert. I'm going to change markers to all mission markers and targets, mostly because for a let's play I don't want to be choosing phantoms around. I'd rather have more or less certain contacts to chase, and we are going to go with contacts mode. I personally think that contacts are realistic, more realistic than no contacts. There are people who like playing with no contacts and all power for them. Personally, what I think is that if I am the submarine captain and I'm reporting, I'm seeing this at this distance, this at this distance, this at this distance, well, I will have crewmen who are plotting them on a chart. And I don't have to do it myself because that's a ton of work. Personally, I think contacts are more realistic than not contacts. And the contacts are actually hardcore. If you want to multitask, can be not just the CO of the submarine, you want to be the XO and the navigator as well. What I don't like about the contacts on U-Boat, I like a lot the new underwater contacts, the hydrophone ones. Directional, you don't get a proper icon of where the ships are. You get a rough estimation of the bearing and a rough estimation of the range and a rough estimation of the speed, which is totally realistic. On the other hand, on the surface, the contacts are, I think, a little too accurate. And especially so because they give you information on their course, which honestly they shouldn't. I liked a lot the Silent Hunter 4 contact system, at least with the mods on. They were not very precise, but they were enough to keep your situational awareness up. At any rate, we have normal or disabled, and disabled is not an option for me. I'm going to go with no darker nights because YouTube doesn't like that videos at all, and if we want to see something, and if you want to see something, this is not an option. I usually play with this on, but for the YouTube career is going to be off. All the rest is on. So let's go. As for our skipper, I'm not going to change anything. This is fine enough for me. And I'm going to call myself Kurt Ram, which is absolutely stupid, but yeah. And then we have the intro screen, which has changed nothing, which is surprising given that we are in a Type 2 submarine and the one in the intro is clearly a Type 7. But yeah, we begin a new career and with a boat that is not particularly good. Well, it's excellent in some things. Type 2s are absolutely awesome at night surface attacks. They really are. Super difficult to see, super hard to watch and to see, to detect, but yeah, only 5 torpedoes and particularly the A version, tiny range. So we are going to be doing short range missions for the most time. And there is our sub U-4, which you will note that has no USO, has no USO, which is going to be a hindrance at the time of doing surface attacks because you have to aim with the periscope. there's no guidance system on the conning tower. But yeah, this is our submarine, 3 compartments, exactly the same as the Type 2D. Only 4 berths, 4 officers, really important. We need to remember that because with more than 6 officers, this really gets crowded. And yeah, let's begin by going at the warehouse and get ready. I'm going to get some lubricant. This is in case your engines become worn. Lubricant helps you come back to base and particularly so do so without making a lot of smoke, because without lubricant, yeah, you will make a lot of smoke and that smoke can be detected by enemy ships. As for food, I'm going to get a little bit of vegetables and a little bit of exotic fruits. Ammunition, not gonna touch. We have more than enough for our flag. Fuel, top it off. Torpedoes, okay. We need torpedoes. I'm going to get a couple of T1s, and in the storage we have a T2 and a T1. Finally, items, I'm going to get a demolition charge in case we board a neutral ship that we have to sink. We don't waste a torpedo if you use a demolition charge, another rebreather, and yeah, we don't have money for more. Also, I'm going to upgrade my ship. The emblem we can't change, but the appearance we can. Different camouflages, and I like this the most. Okay, that's going to be our boat. As for the rest, crew, let's check. Merchant, good. Linguist, amazing, amazing. Portuguese speaker. Another merchant, all merchants. We are a merchant crew. Okay, tasks. Our chief engineer, good. Our mechanic is going to go to the engine room and secondary tasks. And also for the chief engineer, I'm going to be caring for the torpedoes. Our radio officer, radio first, sonar second, and top priority to first aid. Our second officer, our XO, we are going to put him on watch officer task. I'm going to put 9 on navigation, 8 on the watch duty, and the inverse for ourselves. As for the cook, who's going to be the cook? No one has a trait. That. With a 5 low priority, but yeah. As for the crew, we have 3 shifts. What I'm going to do is to put like this: 8, 6, 8 in cleaning and cooking, 6, 8, 6. So we have someone cooking at least once a day, time a day. No one on the service and periscope. Top priority to the valves and to the engines. Schedules. Well, we begin with ourselves. We are going to go with 3 and 3, 8. There, 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8. A small shift of 4, and then like this. Second officer is going to be the opposite, sleeping when our commander is awake. Oh, come on. Oh my. I always mess up the clicks. Right click is one thing, left click is another. Yeah. Okay, for our sonarman, it's going to be shifts of 4 followed by 2, 4 and 2. This is hellish, this is awful, but we only have one and we need him up as much as possible. There we go. Chief engineer is this one. He's going to have the day shift. So same shift as our captain. Same shift as our captain, yes. So which means we need this two. Okay. And the other one is going to have the same schedule as the EXO. Yes. And yes. Okay. We are set. Sailors, 5 morning, 5 night, 6 evening. We do want 2 sailors to be with our mechanics all the time, one with the watch crew and none with the sonarman. That's because, well, our mechanics, when they are working at the engines, if they have more sailors, well, they will save fuel. The fuel consumption will go down. And in this boat is super, super important. We don't have any specialization yet. And I'm going to set, I'm not going to use it a lot, but 3, 3, 3, 11, 12, there. In case we go with this, which I usually don't, but who knows. 14 crewmen, 5 officers, and space for 6 captured enemy sailors. And yeah, let's go to the leading officer and let's see our orders, which will come, of course, with the explanation. Oh no, no, seems not. So we have first patrol. First patrol probably here. I will patrol the northern area. There's usually are some convoys towards and from Norway. So we'll go there, select. And that'd be it. That should be it. We are ready, set, and go.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Out we go. I'm going to order my crew like this. I always like my radio officer on the extreme left, mechanics in the middle, leaders to the right. And out we go. First patrol of the war with U-4. We are going to do all our patrol at forward 2, which should give us around 7 knots, more or less. A little bit more in totally calm waters, because of course we are inside the port, but on the open sea, usually this is 7 knots. With this, we will have a range of roughly 10,000 kilometers, which is respectable, but it's not great. So yeah, we are limited by our range with this boat. We really need to get out of it and into a Type 7 as soon as possible, but of course that will take quite a lot, because I think you need the tonnage war campaign completed to the second stage or something like that, which is quite a lot. So yeah, Well, this is going to be our submarine for the foreseeable future, so let's get going. Let's plot a course, which is going to
Koordinaten setzen.
take us to AN52, southeastern end, and yeah, whenever anything happens, I will be back with you. Okay, we have messages confirming that we are at war. Hostile actions from the police, England and France are not to be expected. Well, someone doesn't see the future very well in BDU. Yes, and we will receive the confirmation that indeed we are at war. And we just arrived to our patrol area. Let's click the report. Also, I'm going to...
Hello?
Yep. Go up for a second, because I'm going to put away the flag. Because honestly, it doesn't make much sense. We are a U-boat, we don't want to be showing the flag. Hide the flag, there we go. Back down. Well, in case you didn't see my unstable beta video, let's do a little tour of the submarine. Back here, we do have a depth meter and the bunks for the officers. Only 4. Very, very, very small space for living quarters. Air compressor, engines or motors, these are the electric ones. The diesels, 6 cylinders, 6 cylinders, 2 of them. You will note that there are no watertight compartments in the submarine. If one floats, everything floats. Yeah, it's dicey. This is the sound room of sorts, and there is the hydrophone station. Here's the radio station. Back here is the stove where meals are prepared. Seems they are doing some kind of fish soup or whatever. The pump, depth keeping station, these are the dive planes. Steering station, this is the rudder. Navigation station, these are the valves, which float and empty the ballast tanks. The observation periscope. Up here is the conning tower, we will check it in a second. And here are the living quarters for the crew, torpedo storage, and our 3 torpedo tubes. Pretty straightforward, very small, very tiny, very simple. Up here we do have the conning tower with the ATAP periscope, TDC, and the switchboard for the torpedo selection, I think should be here as well. I think it is. Yeah, all the gauges needed to control the submarine from here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. On the surface, the pedestal for the periscope. Very tiny area to check around. And yeah, I guess you have noticed that we don't have a deck gun. We have a 20mm, which in my experience is enough to finish off damaged enemy ships, but not much more. There was a post in the U-boat section of Steam in the discussion area saying that it was OP, not in my experience. At any rate, well, it's the only deck gun we have. And given how much I like the gun actions, that's a little bit of a downer for me, but it is what it is. This is our submarine, and we are going to make do with it. Okay, we do have a message. We just did, yeah, we are at war.
Krieg mit England.
We were doing just a sound check, nothing in the hydrophones and hostilities with the United Kingdom. Okay. So this is it. War has begun. Another message
Alle britischen Schiffe Ziele sind.
that France is at war as well. Curiously enough, submarines are not allowed to board or attack French flag vessels. Self-defense is allowed, but not attack. Yeah, that will change in no time. No worries. Let's keep on going. Okay, we have a message for BDU. Okay, we have a change in our operational area. AM 15, AM 46. So, west we go. I'm going to try to stick to the northern part. Probably the most convoys are, well, maybe the mid part. Convoys will go through here, I guess. Yeah, now that happens. Your assigned area is changed and your orders are changed on the fly. Yeah. And it's important because right now in this mission we don't have any tonnage that we need to sink. But for future missions, the tonnage that we sink will have to be done within our patrol area. Outside, it doesn't count for the mission. So, pretty important. And inside our new area of operations, we are so far no contacts, and I have been checking for hydrophone contacts. Hopefully soon something will happen to come our way, or maybe we have to move so it comes our way. At any rate, we are just inside our new patrol area, and we will try to make the best out of it. Okay, we do have propellers.
Bestätige.
Interception not possible. West or east? I don't know.
Äußerste Kraft voraus.
It will be nice to know if it's going one way or the other. Let's assume it's going to go west.
Kurs auf die
We'll move this way at
50 Meter.
top speed, and we will check in 8 kilometers.
Bestätige.
Surface the boat.
Anblasen.
Okay, checking again, and seems it's moving east.
50 Meter.
So
Setzen.
let's see. Yeah, we do have a possible interception at full speed ahead.
Tanks.
Let's go to the surface. Okay, we do have smoke on the horizon. There he is.
355 Grad.
Red ensign. That's a British ship, I think.
Denkt an eure Ausstellung.
Send a contact, report. We will move north
Koordinaten setzen.
and then here. Okay, seems we have our first target inside.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Seems from this distance looks like a pretty decent size freighter. And I already know what it is. It's an Empire Bird. We can't target here at this range. Also, binoculars cannot be locked at, on targets. Okay, so what we have to do is to... I'm going to send myself to the ATAP scope, because we can lock from there. I'm using red by default because, yeah, I don't want to be bothered by changing lightning from daytime and nighttime all the time. So yeah, by default I put it on red, which increases the visibility for our night. What it is? Ah, we have been turning. Yeah, I thought it was going to be in front of us. No, it will be around 70-80 degrees to our there. Okay, let's identify it. Distance, more or less this. Of course, right now we don't have anyone at the TDC, so I'm not going to enter any information. And see, now it's very easy. This is what I was referring to. First, the contacts are super accurate. I mean, this thing is here. It should be a circle, you know, that you don't know exactly the range, and certainly you don't know the course. You can guess it by watching the ship, but yeah. Okay, so we'll go here, run parallel to him. We are going at 12 knots, which is going to be more than him by the wide margin. So yeah, let's go. All right, running parallel to them. Very well. We can begin doing estimation of speed. So I'm going to stop time, bring this up, 0.1 hit there, begin the clock. We don't have the conversion chart that most gave us. So in this system, what I did was to let the clock run for 1 minute and use a chart to find the speed. Of course, with no chart, that's not possible. So what I'm going to do is to use the 3 minutes and a quarter rule. So what's the 3 minutes and a quarter rule? Basically says that if you measure the distance in meters that a target has traveled in 3 minutes 15 seconds and you divide it by 10, then you find its speed in knots. So for instance, if this ship that I'm looking at right now in 3 minutes and a quarter, it moves 1,000 meters, then its speed is 10 knots. If it moves 500 meters, it's 5 knots, etc. It's super accurate. And you don't need any chart or conversion or anything to do that. You only need 2 different observations, 3 minutes apart from each other. And yeah, I've used it a lot in Silent Hunter, and now that we have no chart to convert distance to speed, well, is the way that we are going to do things. I could also use the periscope chart or tool rather, but the problem with that is that you need to be stopped in order for it to work, because of course we are moving at 12 knots. If right now I begin using this that does measure the change of bearing, or rather how fast the ship crosses my crosshair, I'm moving in the same direction that this contact, so it's going to give me a absurdly slow speed. So yeah, I'm not going to use that. Okay, minute and a half. Right, we are almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Come here, mark the position, bring the ruler from point 1 to point 2. 9 knots and a half, that's pretty fast. Okay, but we do have the information. We set this, put it away, come here, 9.5 knots, enter. Okay, I still have my XO, by the way. I didn't rename him, but you know what I'm going to do. Yeah, of course, he's a Patreon, and Patreons get dibs on officers. If you want to see your name in any of the officers of my submarine, just tell me in the comment section below. And if you turn to be a Patreon, you will be included as well if you want to. At any rate, yeah, we need to overtake him. Yeah, we are not overtaking him very fast, but we are going to eventually do so. So it's going to take a while, but once we are in front of them, we will be back. Or rather, I'll be back. Very well, we are well ahead of him. Let's check his position. It should be roughly 110 to 120 behind us. Well, it's so far away that we can't see it. Really? Or maybe it's one of the structures. Yeah, one of the structures in the conning tower was in the middle. Okay, far away. Let's go 90 degrees. I'm going to flank speed because of course we needed to overtake as fast as possible, and now I'm going to begin reheating torpedoes. Didn't we load? I thought we load one at... oh well. So we only have 4 torpedoes for this patrol, not good. But let's begin preheating them. Okay, I'm going to come maybe... .1.5 kilometers to the track. And I'll dive and slow down there. Maybe before, depends. Yeah, by the time I'm here, he should be around here. We'll see when we dive. But we're going to, of course, use a dive attack. It's plain daylight, so we don't want to be seen. Very well. We are in the place we wanted to be. Periscope depth. And Mr. Eastwood, there. Now it's updated. It says regular. Mr. Eastwood, see? You're Team Rigger. No, this is Mr. GlintEastwood. Whatever. Go to the TDC. And as soon as we are underwater, we will slow down. Also, I'm going to put one of our soft officers in the dive controls, and our sonarman in the hydrophone area. Now we go. Switching to engine motors in there. Okay.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Preheat torpedoes. And
Kleine
slow
Fahrt
down.
voraus.
Up scope. And let's begin sending information.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
Send the information of the
Gegnerfahrt
speed
9
that we already
Knoten.
knew. Range
Aktualisieren.
and angle on bow should be
4,
15
6,
red.
8, 3 Meter.
15 red. And send.
Aktualisieren. Lage 1, 5, links.
Yeah, by the way, is 4,600 tons. That's not small. That's not small at all. Is British, legit target. I'm going to make sure that we are going to be firing Q1, no salvo, there. Also, I'm going to make sure this is at 30 knots. No, I want 44. Top speed for our steam torpedoes, of which all of them are, right? T1, T1, T1. By the way, you can
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Canoe.
maintain the third one. And yeah, well, we'll let him come. I will probably do a final check on its speed when it's around here, just to make sure. We hear propellers, but no, those are the propellers from the target, nothing else. Very well, we are already stopped. Let's do a second check on velocity.
Schussunterlagen
There.
aktualisieren.
Or
Geschwindigkeit
rather,
9 Knoten.
not there. There. You need to be stopped to do this, so I stopped a little bit. Our speed currently 0. Coming in and getting ready and stop. Send
Aktualisieren.
it.
Gegnerfahrt
Knots.
8 Knoten.
As for angle and bow, we are at 70, so that's around 20. Yeah, is
Aktualisieren.
correct. Send it.
Gegnerlage 2 0.
Distance.
Bug links.
Set.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 2 6 8 5 Meter.
Very well. And now we can
Kleine Fahrt
move
voraus.
again. I really wish that's that thing. Yeah, I really wish we could control the speed or the RPM. This is too limiting, and I don't want to go at more than 1 knot, but it is what it is. What's our distance to the track? So we are around 100 meters or so. No, a little bit more, around a kilometer. Good. If it's moving at 8 knots, it's moving 4 times as fast as myself, so he will be crossing this before we arrive there, which is good enough for me. Let me check one thing. Is on fast? Yeah. So I'm probably going to disengage. Send the target bearing at 10 degrees. 10 degrees, yeah. Angle and bow is going to be 80 at that point. There. Yeah, perfect setting. Gyro angle of 1, good enough. Not gonna bother finding at 9 degrees. Only 7.5. That's surprising. I'm going to
Alle
stop
Maschinen stopp.
and do another check. Oh, that's zoom or some error, whatever it's called. Hell of a racket it makes. Okay, 0. Okay, we are locked. Let's check velocity. Bow crossing, little bit of compression, and there.
Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 8 Knoten.
Distance.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
Let me check.
Entfernung zum Ziel 1 9 3
Yeah,
8 Meter.
8 knots. Maybe slow down a little bit. I don't know, but at any rate, disengage. Let's set it up again. Yeah, 8.5, good. General 0. Range is going to be maybe 700. Going to put 750. Okay. Damn it. I wish it didn't do that. If I have decoupled this, I don't know why should. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put it at 10, which should reset everything. There, decouple, and please stay decoupled. Yeah, now it seems it's properly decoupled. If you leave it tracking the target, yeah, it seems that by default it goes back here to tracking. If you don't lock it, yeah, you don't have a problem. Okay, it's moving closer and closer. Alright, moving closer and closer.
Rohr 1
Now comes the burning
verbessert.
questions. How many shots do I fire? 7 meters.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
So with 4 should be enough. I mean, this is not UV, this is vanilla, and in vanilla torpedoes are a lot more reliable than in UV. I'm going to fire 1. Cross fingers and hope it it actually works. Here he comes, just under the stack. It's going to be the aiming point. Empire Baxter, you should be going down in seconds. At least he's hoping, torpedoes permitting. Stand by and fire.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
And
30
you can't even
Sekunden.
see the track here. As he crosses our crosshair, when this crosses our
20
crosshair,
Sekunden.
we should get the hit.
Zehn
So-
Sekunden bis Einschlag.
So it's going faster. Yeah, it was going faster.
Schwere Schäden.
So it seems that our, well, it's a very good hit, just in the machinery areas. Okay, this should be it. At any rate, I'm going to order
Tanks
surface
anfahren.
action.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
We might have to finish this guy off with 20mm, we'll see. If that's the case, Mr. Glint,
Wechsel.
Herr Canoe, wir sind aufgetaucht.
when you want to, you could go to the can, go to the bridge. Okay, they are evacuating. Alright. Bit too far. I'm going to move in before.
Kurs setzen.
Okay,
Alle
stop
Maschinen
machines.
stopp.
Put some rounds around the waterline. There. With this we should be enough. There.
Arbeit, Männer.
Alarm weg.
And the game saves. Very good. Okay, down she goes. Our first thinking of the war. You can go to the radio room and report that we just sank our first carrier.
Kapitän.
And we don't have the alarm anymore. Very good. Everything is ready to radio. And the wreckage. Ooh, medikits and replacement parts. That I'm going to take.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
That I'm going to take because that's quite valuable. Okay, and you can come here
Sie ist als erledigt, Herr Canoe.
and take it to the storage. Yes. In the meantime, oh, we don't have divers, and I'm not going to do that. That's quite unrealistic, to be honest. Okay, invite the officers on board. And house rule: only one pack of supplies per sunken ship. I know I'm not going to give them vegetables, I'm going to give them canned bread. There we go. Okay, regates. We need the replacement parts. And with that, I will complete my stacks of medikits and replacement parts. You come here, take this to the storage room. Yes. And yeah, well, that's our first thinking of the war. That's our beginning. We we are in the middle of our patrol. We will have a lot to do in the next days, and yeah, hopefully we find more stuff and we sink it. Yeah, just like we did with this. Do we have anything else on here? Let me check. No, it's done. Yeah, well, that's going to be it for this video. First of the sinkings of this submarine. Hopefully more to come, a lot more to come. And well, if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. Let YouTube know that this career is going. And if you have any questions, anything you want to comment, say whatever in the comment section below. So as always, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.